So now that we've gone out to talk to people and reframed the problem in a more specific way, we're now going to start to brainstorm, which means we're going to get together as a team and try to generate a whole list of creative, radical, wild solutions to this problem that we've identified. So you might think it's a little strange, but there are actually some rules for having a good brainstorm. You might be asking, well, why are there rules? Well, let me show you. Imagine a world where there are no brainstorm rules. Okay, so Atten, we're gonna try to brainstorm today how to encourage your parents to exercise more. So first idea, you can take away their car so they have to actually walk to work instead of drive.
It's probably not gonna work for everyone.
Okay, well, how about we bribe them, right? So parents love to pay lower taxes. We could provide them with tax incentives if they exercise.
How would that work? So the government's gonna pay them, we're gonna pay them, like what?
Well, we can work that out later, I don't know. So just forget that. Another idea is we could have George Clooney or Sandra Bullock, maybe hire them as their personal trainer so they'll wanna exercise.
So on top of all the movies that George Clooney is doing now, he's gonna come to every single parent's house and help them get into shape?
So maybe we could get, it could be like a club, like a social club, where it's like a social network for parents who exercise.
Right, and maybe, I like that, and maybe it also helps their kids get into a better college.
Oh yeah, like get the kids
Hello?
involved somehow, so like maybe the kids
I'm not doing
maybe the kids have a social
it's
media
just
network
something
where they
in
can
class. What's
brag
going on?
about their parents.
Nice.
Yeah, I heard. I saw it on
So-
Facebook actually. I wasn't really sure.
Atten, are you gonna join
hold
the
on.
brainstorm?
Okay, so encouraging parents to exercise. Well, so my mom she started to do yoga, and like her big incentive is going to Chipotle. So she'll like go to yoga and then go get a Chipotle, and she feels like that's such a good incentive. So maybe we could do something with free Chipotle, because Chipotle is like generally people like it.
28 minutes later.
But like it could be an idea that works well for people who like really exercise really hard and then they need like the calories and the protein back. So yeah.
Okay, so I have another idea. We could just give them a free gym membership.
So what about the Chipotle?
Okay, so before we start our brainstorm, first of all, we have our radical brainstorm team here, and we're gonna get kind of physically and emotionally ready. We're gonna play a Stoke game called Soundball. So here I have the imaginary sound ball. As I pass it to one of you, I'm gonna make a noise. As you catch it, you have to repeat the noise that I make and then make a new noise and pass it to someone else. You do not have to repeat all the noises that were made before.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So here we go, have the ball. Ribbit, ribbit, wah, wah, whoop, whoop, boo, 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 woo.
Now that we're officially stoked, we're gonna jump into the brainstorm. So we have our first how might we question, which is how might we enable the Aussies of the world to get non-bikers excited about biking? And first we're gonna think about just on campus. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Nothing.
So what if there's like a biker parade and you can participate if you're riding a bike?
What if the people like Ozzy, who are like really about biking, they go around College Park as the golden snitch, and all the other bikers on campus have to catch the golden snitch?
Maybe he gets to wear a cape.
Oh, a free invisible helmet. How do we help Ozzy like find people to get excited about? So he has like a bag of vouchers of
Yeah. So like a bag of vouchers for free bikes.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you'd be an hour free on the bike rental program, like the bike share,
right.
free hour.
A Route 1 bike rickshaw service.
Oh, cool.
I would
Yeah.
actually do that.
Yeah,
that would
that'd be awesome.
Okay, so let's turn our attention now to off campus.
What if bikers got to like go into DC and had the president's motorcade to go on either side as they biked into DC?
Nice.
What if there's a matching metro program where the distance you bike is how much credit you get on the metro, so you can come back for free?
Oh, cool.
That's awesome. There's like a whole day, like scavenger hunt by bike or something.
Cool.
So there's like a list and like a map to help you.
And maybe that scavenger hunt is also gives you like a secret tour of DC. Like the insider's tour of DC, so secret bike tour.
Like bicycle built for two.
And
Ooh.
Yeah, tandem bike.
You could go on like bicycle dates.
Yeah, that's
Like tandem bicycle, and like the person who's a non-bicyclist will get a taste of like being on a bicycle and
Right.
also hopefully find love.
like put boots on everybody's cars so they have to use a bike to get off campus, and tell the buses not to come onto campus, and close down the dining halls.
revolution! Bike revolution!
So now let's brainstorm. How might we connect people about to abandon their bikes with people that need or want a bike? Let's brainstorm.
Okay, so there's just somebody at every bike rack, like a bike, what is it, bike guardian.
What if it's like that scene in Avatar where they have to go find the pterodactyl things, and that's like the hunter-beast relationship, and it's like the same thing but they're bikes. So every semester there's like abandoned bike swap meet,
Nice.
and then you go and like you have to select each other, and it's like a whole process.
Right, so you're able to tell the story of your bike. Or maybe it actually gets added to the bike somehow. So on every bike you can like read the story.
What if there's like that, but it's like Tinder for bikes?
So one thing you can try while you're brainstorming is to think of an analogous how might we statement. So what I mean by that is it's a how might we statement that maybe looks at a similar scenario or a similar problem, but it kind of gets you out of your particular problem for a little bit. But we do it because it allows us to think of new solutions that we may not have thought of with our original how might we statement. What if we turn this how might we to an analogous how might we? So instead of how might we connect people about to abandon their bikes with people that need or want a bike, let's instead say how might we connect people about to abandon their puppies with people that need or want a puppy.
Like maybe every puppy has a resume, like things that they're good at. Puppy resume. So if they're good at like protecting, they're good with kids, puppy LinkedIn.
You can like endorse them.
Yeah. Maybe you totally erase their memory so that
It's an entirely new puppy when it's the new owner.
Yeah, exactly.
What if there's like a puppy ranch and you just felt like your puppy didn't fit in the suburb, so you're like, I gotta let it go, live its life in puppy ranch. So it's out there, it's hunting for its own food and that kind of thing, and so
Yeah.
it meets all these friends. It's on puppy ranch.
Nice.
And then people can come to the puppy ranch to like herd the puppies that they want.
Nice.
Puppy herding.
So now that we've brainstormed, we're gonna try to start to select a few ideas that we wanna take forward and prototype. So usually what people do at this point is they select ideas based on feasibility, which are the easiest to get off the ground tomorrow. But what we want to do instead is select for potential. So we're going to vote using a few different categories. First category is most likely to delight the user, or basically to put a smile on the user's face. Second category is most feasible, so can we make it happen tomorrow? The third category is most radical, which is the idea that's sort of the most unconventional, the most wild, something that's really unexpected. So what we'll do is each person will have 2 votes per category. So each person gets 6 votes. We'll each vote individually, and then afterwards we'll look back and see which ideas basically had the most energy or the most votes around them in order to pick 1 or 2 to prototype.
All right, so it looks like our team centered around 2 ideas during our idea selection and voting. So the first one that looked like it had a lot of energy behind it was the puppy personal ads idea, which seemed to be the most delightful to the user. So an interesting thing, of course, we looked at how could someone who wants to give away their puppy find a new owner. doesn't relate to the original topic of bicycles. But if you look at the idea of a puppy personal ad, so maybe that's telling the story of a puppy, having a cute picture, it could be translated just as easily to, making a bike personal ad. So the second idea that it seems like our team really likes is actually a combination of ideas from one of our brainstorms. So it looks like we like the idea of having a bicycle built for two, so two people on a bicycle, doing a scavenger hunt by bike into Washington, D.C. This might be an idea worth exploring.